I'm Colonel Cliff Wilkins, the Chief of Joint Staff of the North Carolina National Guard. This is truly a great day, and on behalf of Major General Greg Lusk, our Adjutant General, welcome. This is, you have the day-to-day whirlwind of things that are going on. It's nice to take a little operational pause and say thank you to a member of our greatest generation, and also to make something maybe in the past somebody was overlooked, and it's a chance for the nation to make it right. So we really appreciate you being here today. Appreciate your family coming. Appreciate the team out of Fort Bragg and everything that you folks are doing. It's my honor and privilege to host the ceremony for Mr. Murray Lorber. Great. Said that right, didn't I? All right. That's right. There's an old phrase. I've heard it credited to the British. I don't know if it's who exactly said it, but it's he who has not fought the German does not know war. I just want to tell you, since I came back from Iraq, I have met and have worked alongside of a lot of the World War II 30th Division veterans, and they're our brothers and comrades in arms, and I feel the same way about you. I mean, it's they have shared their experiences. They fought in some of the same proximity where you fought. Most memorable experiences since entering the Guard. So anyway, we're here to present you with some for meritorious achievement during active ground combat while serving with Kilo Company, 3rd Battalion, 112th Regiment, 28th Division in France in 1945. Mr. Lorber's regiment, the 112th Infantry Regiment, participated in the recapturing of Paris, bitter fighting in the Hurtgen Forest, and the Battle of Bulge, just to name a few of the more notable unit actions. And sir, you stand here today as an example of our nation's greatest generation. I appreciate your sacrifice and your dedication to the country and the support of your family. And I'm glad that I was able, you might not know this, but this today is something that we pass on to our generation, to always try to achieve and do these things and recognize what the sacrifices of those who've gone before us.
I'd like to thank everyone for joining us here today. I'm Colonel Joe Hillfaker. I'm the Deputy Chief of Staff of the 18th Airborne Corps. And today we're here to recognize Technician 5th Grade Murray Lorber, United States Army. Before we go any farther, though, I'd like to recognize some other special guests that we have here today. So here at the end, after we get done with this, I think we have an award for you, too. We got one. Actually, I'll give it to you right now. No, thank you very much. Okay, also their 3 daughters are here today, as well as other members of their family and friends. And Amy. I'd also like to thank Colonel Wilkins. Thank you very much for allowing us to conduct this ceremony here. Very special day. It's not very often we get to do something like this, and it's sadly overdue. Murray Lorber enlisted in the Army in 1944. He took infantry training at Fort Jackson and then shipped overseas, arriving in France, coming over the beach at Omaha. Then after a number of trips and deuce and a halves and something called 44 and 8s or 40 88s.
40 and 8.
40 and 8s.
Yep.
40 troops or 8 horses.
40 men and 8 horses.
Yep.
He's one.
Yes, sir.
He was the 40 men.
But he joined the 112th Infantry Regiment of the 28th Division. The 128th Infantry Regiment earned streamers from Normandy, northern France, Ardennes, Alsace, Rhineland, and Central Europe. The last 3 of those, Mr. Lorber helped to earn. They fought in both the Battle of the Bulge. They marched through France as a liberating force. And they also fought in a place called the Hurtgen Forest. And that's where the division earned its nickname. He mustered out of service in 1946 after the completion of World War II and occupation duties. His awards and decorations include the Good Conduct Medal, the European, African, Middle Eastern Campaign Medal with 3 Bronze Service Stars, the World War II Victory Medal, the Army of Occupation Medal with Germany clasp, the Combat Infantryman Badge, the Bronze Star Medal, and the Honorable Service lapel button for World War II. Today, we remember and we recognize service of those who have guaranteed the freedoms that we enjoy as Americans. Freedom is not free. For those who have fought for it, it's got a pretty special flavor. So, sir, if you could please join me. Right here, please, and face me. Publish your.
The Combat Infantryman Badge is awarded to Technician 5th Grade Murray Lorber. The Bronze Star Medal is awarded to Technician 5th Grade Murray Lorber for meritorious achievement in active ground combat against the enemy while serving with Company K, 3rd Battalion, 112th Infantry Regiment, 28th Infantry Division in France on 1 February 1945. The division attacked and reached Colmar before joining French armor blocking the Vosges in the region southwest of Colmar along the Ill and Fike rivers and went on to cross the Rhine Road Canal. Technician 5th Grade Lorber's exemplary performance of duty in active ground combat was in keeping with the finest traditions of military service and reflects great credit upon himself, the 28th Infantry Division, and the Army of the United States.
I'd like to say that I'm honored that all you people came to this awards presentation. I didn't expect it, and I'm very, very flattered and honored. I can only tell you that I was young when I joined the Army, but I grew up fast. They didn't waste any time. It wasn't pleasant, and I learned a lot of things while I was overseas. And the one thing that I came away with and has come away with and still feel to this day, that I live in the greatest country in the world. And I'm honored to have served at any time and would do it again if I could. Thank you all for coming. I really appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much.
We tried. They're working on it. Thank you. I appreciate it so much.
Thank you.
Anyway, I just want to make you aware of it. Congratulations. It's right up the street. I didn't know the Army days, on no days. But I wrote it just basic.
This is a combat insignia.
That's
When we
bloody, bloody bucket.
That's right. I want you to have it. I earned that in Iraq.
Thank you very
I want
much.
you to have it.
Thank you very, very much. I appreciate that very much.
I'm happy to give it to you.
That's wonderful. That's just wonderful. Thank you again. Thank you again.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
God bless you.
Thank you.
Congratulations again, sir.
I was with the K Company of the 3rd Battalion of the 112th Infantry Regiment of the 28th Infantry Division.
Okay. That's a lot. That's a mouthful.
That's a mouthful.
Put that on a patch somewhere, right?
That's a mouthful.
Well, talk to me just about being here today. Just what are you feeling with the honor that they
Well, it's almost beyond expressing, but it is a very, very great honor for me to be here today and to be recognized by these people, these present soldiers who are now fighting the war. They are the real heroes, and I can't say I'm actually awed. It's very difficult to express my feelings because of how I feel at this moment. It really is a wonderful, wonderful experience.
How about you? I mean, you're standing next to a man that I know. If you've been dedicated to this young man for 65 years, then you know what.
Oh,
a great
longer
guy
than
he is.
65.
Okay.
I was after him 5 years before that. But I caught him. He tried to run away. He went all the way over to Europe, but I got him anyway.
What does it mean to you knowing that? I know you know he's a great man, but for his country to stand up and say thank you as well. What is
Oh, it was so deeply moving, so deeply moving. And I was watching the expression in some of the young men's and women's faces, and it was so heartwarming to see how much they seem to appreciate what Murray's done. It was good to see. It was very good to see.
You kind of said something earlier. You said war it's not a fun thing. In a lot of ways, it was a terrible thing. Can you look back on? Do you remember one of those days when it finally was over and you kind of knew what you guys had accomplished and the difference you made for Europe and those folks over there?
I had no idea. I was only a kid. I was only 19 years old. I hadn't been away from 20 miles from where I lived my whole life until I joined the Army. The Army gave me a lot. I have to admit that the Army gave me a lot. It made me mature very fast. I'll tell you that. And I was very proud to have served in the Army, and that's a great country.
And if somebody gave you
I
award,
don't know what
they called it,
this
well,
is.
this one, you knew this one. You call it the Bloody Bucket. What's that
Yeah,
about?
the 28th Infantry is a Pennsylvania division, and the Keystone is a symbol of the 28th and the Keystone Division, the Keystone State. The Germans called it the Bloody Bucket because, of course, they fought against us face to face.
And they
gave
shed
us the
their
name-
blood.
They gave us the name Bloody Bucket.
You must have been pretty fierce if they give you a name like that.
Yeah, it's a heck of a name.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about those times as far as what you remember from the guys that you served with and stuff there, and being over there a little bit?
It's hard to remember their names, you know. It's almost 70 years. But I served with a lot of people from Pennsylvania, young men from Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and New York, which is where I came from.
Have you guys had a chance to go over to France at all, or Europe, or anything like
No, we haven't.
that? Okay.
But I did have the opportunity this year, well, not this year, but last year, of going on the Flight of Honor to Washington, which was also a very memorable experience for me, and a very honored feeling that it gave me.
I know this is coming 40 to 60 or 50 to 60 years later than they would have expected, but I guess again, I guess time doesn't matter once they say thank you.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't. I'd rather not remember all those times, but at the same time, this ceremony is a reminder of the fact that I did spend a part of my youth serving my country, which I was honored to do and proud to do.
So where does this bronze? It's on your lapel now, but when you take it at home, where are you going to put it?
Oh, I'll find a place.
On his pillow.
I'll find a place where I can look at it every day.
Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you.